شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان ومن شهد منكم الشهر فليصم ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Once again, it's my great privilege to welcome you all to this online digital Zoom farewell session. It's of great significance. As you know, it's a digitalized, and our beloved principal, Mr. Anthony Joseph, as you all know, who has catapulted the status quo of our school and he's given it a new dignity and prestige too. Really, he deserves our appreciation, or tons of love for his stupendous work in SIS JUWAIZA. And our senior teachers, they are the priceless assets of our institution. The traits, the imprint, and the indelible mark they left behind by them cannot be retraced or replaced by anyone. Without elaborating much, let's go into the formal session. We'll start with the welcome address by our acting principal, Mr. Muhammad Amin, Indian School, JUWAIZA.
Raju sir.
Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So thank you, Shah, first of all. This is definitely a different session, a session which will be remembered for a long time by everyone. I just request, I think somewhere I can hear the voice. If it is muted, it will be good. So good afternoon, everyone. And I welcome all of you to this session. We were discussing about how to bid farewell for our beloved colleagues, our dear Anthony sir, Mrs. Mahija, Mr. Alexander, Mrs. Bina Abraham, Mr. Anil Kumar, and Mrs. Sina Mary. So it's a long list actually, and the list is headed by our principal himself. So that makes it is more significant to have a function of this sort. It would have been good if it happened in our beautiful auditorium with the presence of everyone. And of course, the real one and a virtual one definitely are different. But this virtual farewell, we should call it as a real farewell. And I'm very sure this will melt the sadness or the sorrow situation created, and hopefully the outgoing staff will accept it with full heart, because this is what ultimately we can do at this moment. And I thank all the teachers for your presence. Many of you, this is the lunch time, and a number of teachers are fasting, and Ramadan Kareem for every one of you. My responsibility is to welcome all of you, though I feel like that is not necessary. We are a single family, and but even then, it is my duty to welcome you all to this function. And before I proceed, I just want to remind you a thing. In the note itself we put, please restrict to 3 minutes so that we can conclude on time, probably by 2 o'clock or latest by 2:30. And many may like to speak. If anyone likes to speak, you can send the message so that Raju sir will take care of that part, and Mrs. Usha also should take care of that. Now, first of all, I like to talk about Mrs. Mahija. She is not here. When I checked her date of joining, it is 21st May 1991. Do you know the speciality of that particular date? Anyone of you? Hope you know that, because you're
when you reverse it, it will be same.
yeah, is it? Is it? But I just remember one of the greatest tragedies in Indian history. The assassination of Rajiv Gandhi was on that day. So that is why I remember that particular date. Mahija joined on that particular date in the school. And when I joined, she was the English teacher of grade 10, 11, and 12. And once Mrs. Pereira left, she became the SIC of that department, and she was doing that job. Due to some reasons, her promotion to the supervisor was delayed. But anyway, though it was a bit late, we could accomplish that part of it. And I'm sure that she was happily doing that job. Last year, she was the supervisor of grade 1. And she was mentioning that she wanted to be the supervisor of grade 1 to contribute something to that particular area. And we are happy about her. And she is a different person, always talking about the teachers, supporting them very much. Sometimes if I come out with certain points, she'll be there to support them and always try to convince their difficulties. About Alexander sir, one of the senior most teachers in SAS, and one of the rare teachers remain as a teacher throughout the tenure in our campus. I had a word with him actually last year about a few things, but he said that he's now at this situation, he preferred to be a teacher only. And then Mrs. Bina Abraham. Bina Abraham was the subject coordinator for 6 to 8 for mathematics, and she was definitely doing a good job. She used to come out and say that she will do this and that. If I take the last example, it was the preparation of grade 9 list to various divisions according to the languages, and she took the lead and completed the work. I'm just giving a last example. She used to do the preparation of the various formats. The formats, many of you are using for the rubrics was prepared by her, and so and so. And then about Mrs. Bina Philip, she was a bit confused whether to resign by 31st March or whether to continue, because they have already decided to move back to India by the middle of May. But then we started the e-learning process. So I felt that's better not to make a change in between. So, and because of that, she is not there in the e-learning process. As we know that the parents are in front of us, and definitely they will question us when we are making too many changes. Now, there is a new question in front of me, which I have to find out an answer. What is the last date of Bina Philip in the memento, for example? Whether it is 15th May or 31st March. Anyway, we'll find out an answer to that question. The mathematics teachers definitely will be giving such kind of questions. And next is Mr. Anil Kumar, who joined, I think, in 2007, 25th of April 2007. Bina Abraham joined on 1st of April 2003, official date. Bina Philip, 4th of April 2005. And Sina Mary, it is 18th March 2018, just 2 years she has completed. About Mr. Anil Kumar, I remember there was a meeting with the management, which was one of the meetings I took part in the beginning. Mr. Anil Kumar, Mr. Shamsuddin, and Mr. Manoj, these gentlemen were shifted to the senior class, and there were some issues about that. Anyway, they all proved to be good in that area. And Mrs. Sina Mary, though she was with us only for 2 years, she proved that she's a good English teacher, and she was part of the many programs as well. I wish all these teachers all the best. And coming back to our dear Anthony sir, as part of the admin, definitely we had situations of agreement and disagreement, and of course we all came together for the well-being of our school and the staff. I wish him all the best, and he was a very good human being and very supportive, and he was doing things very straight, and that made things easy for we all. We all means myself, headmaster, and the supervisors, etc. So I welcome each and every one of you to this function. And as I mentioned, we will be limiting the time. Hopefully you all will be keeping. But as I was given this duty, I thought I'm duty bounded to do this. I just have a request. Please confine to this subject only. Even I have to tell so many things about timetable and all. There will be a change in the timetable, etc. So I'm not going to that part in this meeting. So over to Mrs. Usha. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. And as we all know, without much ado, we'll move on to the felicitations. We'll start with our headmaster, Mr. Rajiv Madhavan.
Good afternoon. In fact, very first thing, a very good morning, Ramadan Kareem to all of you. And at the same time, in fact, I'm a little bit happy also at this moment to see you all again on the same platform, because we used to have meetings in between in the school days. Let's start the talk this way. Respected Anthony sir, Amin sir, the guests who are leaving, I should say, from Sharjah Indian School, very good afternoon. And this is the time. I'm a little bit relieved. In fact, as some of you must be knowing, there was all these mementos and the gold coins were kept in the shelf for some days to know when we will call them and what is to be done for that. So at any moment, when the flights are ready, they will need to fly back home. So only one option left was to give them to their residents. So we were, myself, Vijayan sir and Sandhya, we three were there to hand over these to our teachers. But it was actually a very painful moment because like it was very, it has not been happening any of these days, any of these years. But of course, this is a very, very, very extraordinary situation. I hope all of you will understand this, and there was no other alternative. But later on, we're thinking like how to come out from this. So that's why we thought of keeping a session like this. So I'm so very happy to see that around 163 teachers joined for today's meeting. So it's a good thing. And about one by one, if I say, it will take time. So I'm also duty bound to restrict the time to 3 minutes. About Anthony sir, I don't have words to express my gratitude to him in terms of the contributions he has done to the school, in terms of the personal comfort also I was enjoying with his leadership. So all these ways I'm very much indebted to him. We've been supporting him as well. We didn't treat him as a newcomer to Sharjah Indian School, and we've been supporting him, and he has done tremendous change in SIS. I'm sure about that. The footprints he has made in Sharjah Indian School is going to remain there in terms of the discipline, in terms of the musical touch to the school. All these, being a musician, that we also, there were a lot of inclusions in that way. So I'm very happy that he has done the changes what the Sharjah Indian School was wanting that time. So I'm so very thankful to him. And at the same time, about him, I wish him all the very best. I think he's going back to India. He will say about the future plans when he's talking. So I pray God, and I used to tell them, tell everyone of us also, like we used to get a lot of dangers were washed away from Sharjah Indian School. I would always say because of prayers of many. That was starting with Anthony sir, then Amin sir. There were a lot of changes that has been happening because of this. So I'm so very thankful to sir, and let's all support Amin sir. And at the same time, one more thing I want to tell you is, the case of Anthony sir, some teachers were not aware of this fact that Anthony sir is going this academic year itself. So when we gave the information today, only some of them asked, "Oh, Anthony sir is leaving." That's what was a comment. So that is a fact. So all of us, even with a painful heart, we have to accept that. And second thing, and at the same time, I would like to congratulate Amin sir at this moment. That also I would like to do at this moment. He has been given the post of the acting principal of our school. I would like to congratulate him at this point of time. Let's all give him a round of applause. And about Mahija ma'am, I've been talking to her. She is, basically is very simple and very, supportive, as Amin sir was saying. So it's also a loss to the school, Sharjah Indian School. We've been enjoying the umbrella of, the teachers were enjoying the umbrella of Mahija ma'am in her section, obviously. And English teachers also were very happy to work with her, I understand. So I wish her, even if she's not here, I wish her all the very best. And Alexander sir, I think he's here. So he was also, he's a person who's been keeping silent for all these years. And he was actually, he's a very good person. I like his company as well. He's very humorous. And that is a part which I definitely like in him. And his children are also well set. All are good boys. So they're so his family is blessed with good kids as well. So I wish you all the very best in all your future endeavors when you are settling back to India. And I'm again Mrs. Bean Abraham. She, in fact, all the 3 maths teachers are maths, or to say pillars in mathematics department are leaving. That's again a bad thing to the school. But what to do? We have to accept the reality. Mrs. Bean Abraham, Mrs. Bina Philip, in fact, I came to know yesterday only when Amin sir was mentioning about it, that she's also leaving. So it was also actually a shock, in fact, why all these things, because the Anil sir, Bina Abraham, all these, there in their own sections, they were doing a tremendous job in enhancing the mathematics department. I definitely thank them in their contributions to SIS, and I wish them all the very best. Anil sir, again, I wanted to tell you about, we were enjoying the company in the staff room. I still remember lot of jokes, lot of things to remember whenever we talk about Anil sir. Even still is a very, I like you very much, sir, Anil sir, because the way you take up the things, even if it is a very serious matter also, when it comes through Anil sir, it will be diluted and it will be conveyed in such a way that it doesn't harm others. Okay, that's a good quality. So keep rocking. And I understand that you are joining to a school in Kerala. It's also a good thing. You continue the same profession, and you have got a job in one of the schools. So all the very best over there as well. You will rock there also, there is no doubt. So you have gathered experience as well from SIS also. So that also you will use there. All the very best, and all the very best to your family and your kids as well. And Sina Mary, definitely, she has been a student in Sharjah first, and she was a student in Ajman Indian School. I knew her before also, before she joined SIS. But she's been doing a lot. She's a hardworking teacher, and she wanted to do a lot of things to the kids. To a great extent, we could utilize your efforts or your possibilities to the school. So I wish you all the very best, and be with your family, be safe, and be happy always. Okay, be happy always. To all of you, I'm indebted to all of you in recognizing the contributions you had to Sharjah Indian School. So definitely you all will be remembered in so many ways. With that note, I would like to finish off my talk. We will see again later. Okay, they have a lot of things to convey to you that will be done at a later stage, not at this point of time. All the very best to all of you. Over to Usha, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. History is more than the path left by the past. It influences the present and the future too. So let's move on to next felicitation. Let me call upon Mr. K.V. Radhakrishnan, supervisor, to felicitate the institution.
Radhakrishnan sir, keep your unmute. Yes. Radhakrishnan sir, can you? Okay.
Okay.
Can you?
Respected principal,
acting principal, headmaster, my colleagues, and all the teachers and today's guest of honor. A very bright good afternoon to you all. So I know 3 minutes restriction is there in front of me. Then I don't know how to limit my words, whatever it may be. Then first of all, regarding our principal Anthony sir. Actually, he was the person who started developmental and transformational changes in Sharjah Indian School. I underline the word developmental and transformational changes. A person who tried his level best to say goodbye to our tradition. Actually, so many things I already told him before. Here again, I like to remember the role of Anthony sir at the time of SPIA inspection. Actually, we faced the inspection with all sorts of limitations, but the Anthony sir's strategy and tactics helped us a lot to attain success in that. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And I wish you a very happy and prosperous life. The next Mahija teacher, senior most in SAS. Actually, when I joined here in 1995, she was the shining star of Sharjah Indian School. Actively involved in all sorts of activities, including curricular and extracurricular activities. But later stages, actually, I have to mention that, unfortunately, fate played a lot in her life. I am also a fatalist, but teacher succeeded to face all sorts of problems with courage, self-control, and self-confidence. So at this juncture, I wish her all success in her future life. Then Alexander sir, actually I joined here as a social science teacher in his department. He was my senior. Then he was also what headmaster mentioned, a very humorous person, but all the people cannot enjoy that. Then very often, sometimes only, he will, then this kind of jokes will be there. Then he was also a very dedicated and a sincere teacher. Sir, I wish you all success at this time. Then come that is to Bina Square, Bina Abraham and Bina Philip. I don't want to say much. I think then NAS department, Bawazar will speak. Then I wish only then a bright future and happy and prosperous life. Then Anil Kumar sir, then surely I will say one of the revolutionary in Gen staff. It's actually a great loss for the Sharjah Indian School, because when he joined here, then within 1 or 2 months he became a senior because of his involvement in all other activities. See, during those days, very often we will go to the association in the evening, late night. We will be there in the association mainly to discuss about our increments. Then in order to solve the problems or the grievances of the Sharjah Indian School teachers, then very actively Anil Kumar sir was there with us always. So then his absence surely then will feel us, whatever it may be. He got a job in India, so there is no other option in front of him. Sir, I wish you all success. Then Sina teacher, junior most. Then I think I was her first supervisor in grade 2 or grade 3. Then she was also very energetic and actively participated in all curricular and then extracurricular activities. So once again, I wish you all a bright future and a happy and a prosperous life. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's not the days in life we remember, rather the moments we cherish together. Let's move on to our next supervisor, Mr. Boaz Matthew, to felicitate on this occasion.
Respected Principal Anthony sir, Acting Principal Amin sir, Rajiv sir, and today's guest of honor, and my dear colleagues, a very good afternoon to all. We are actually in the month of holy month of Ramadan, and the time of COVID-19, we joined from our home. Now our home became a school now. We were asking the students not to bring the mobile phones to the school, but now the whole school became inside the rectangular box. First of all, I pray God Almighty to bring us back to our normal life, to start the school and all other things in normal situation. I don't want to prolong my speech. Here is a long list of respected personalities are here. Actually, this is a different way of farewell function. There is no other alternative. That is why we were here. We are here like this. Anyway, we are here to bid farewell to our principal, a team of talented, dedicated teachers here. Really, it is a sad moment. First of all, taking this opportunity to talk about Anthony sir. Before me, Amin sir, Rajiv sir and KVR sir told about Anthony sir. Then talking about his positive ways of thinking. Sir, you are a true leader. Under your leadership, all of us were satisfied. You have done many changes in our school, especially in the area of discipline. His experiences he utilized for the betterment of our school and the Indian community here. His ways of dealing the situation, parents, staff, and the students are very much appreciated, especially some critical situations. Definitely he handled the parents very much diplomatically and settled some crucial things very well. And even KVR sir was telling about that SPI inspection time, his way of dealing was too much appreciated. I pray God Almighty to give all blessings to him and his family, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Now talking about our supervisor, Mahija teacher, actually she was a true friend of mine, a very good sister to me. Openly she tells the things whenever or wherever, whoever thinks or who thinks, whatever the people think, she never bothered about that one. A real straightforward personality she was. I take this opportunity to wish her good luck. From the list of talented, dedicated teachers, Mr. Alexander, we both joined almost same time in Sharjah Indian School. He is from my place only. I can meet him every day, that much close to me. He is a very talented and dedicated teacher. After this, 4 people are there from our maths department. Mr. Anil Kumar, as KVR sir said, he is actually a person talks about so many things, about the welfare of the teachers as well. But sorry to say, now that type of teachers are very less. As myself, Mr. KVR, Mr. Rajiv, all we were talking about something previous years. Nowadays, unfortunately, the people are coming less that type. Mr. Anil Kumar, he is very much associated with all the activities. He is going to join the Kerala Public Service Commission as a teacher. Thank you, sir. All the best to as a teacher. Now, Bina Philip and Bina Abraham, both of them also belongs to maths department. Actually, I know we were so many years associated with this maths department. very much dedicated teachers. They are appreciated by the parents, teachers, and all of us. Definitely, we will pray for you. You are pray to God Almighty to give all blessings. Finally, Mrs. Sina Mary, she is new to the campus. She is also a dedicated, sincere teacher. Definitely, she is also hardworking teacher. I pray God Almighty to wish her good luck. Anyway, definitely all the teachers will make a vacuum here when they leave. Then again, once more, I take opportunity to pray God Almighty to give all the blessings to everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. If music be the food of love, let's play on. Now I invite our Mr. Anil Kumar, sir, to sing a melodious song for us.
Respected Principal Anthony sir, Amin sir, Rajiv sir, all the supervisors and all my dear colleagues. Considering this current situation, I would like to wish the best of safety and wellness to each and every one of you. And also in this special occasion, I wish all the very best to my dear colleagues who are living today. Okay, so as 3 minutes is there, I'm not speaking a lot. But as far as concerned Anthony sir, only I will tell about Anthony sir. He is like my elder brother, and as he is a musician, we are very much associated with him. We had a very good rapport with us. And Anil, he